The next thing that I want to show you is actually a report that's been pre-created. So I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to go ahead and work with a report that's been pre-created. So I have one that's over here, a report that's pre-created. I'm going to click on it. And the first thing that's going to come up is a prompt value. So you have the ability to create these prompts inside of your reporting solution. So in this particular example, you only have one particular prompt, but nothing prevents you from having multiple prompts before the report opens. If you're working with an inventory report, it might be something where you want to have family. When you're working with sales reports, you might want to have a prompt for a salesperson or for a customer or for a region or so forth. So again, you have the flexibility to have as many prompts as you want, and you can make them optional or not, or required. In this particular case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select accessories, ceiling lights, LED drivers, and floodlights. I'm going to go ahead and click on those four and just click on OK. The only thing that's going to show up are the four that I've selected. And as you can see, it's a pre-canned report. Now, one of the things that we have inside of this report is we've made it available with some drill through capability to allow us to go from a summarized report to a more detailed report. So what you can see right now is, if you notice, in LED ceiling lights, I have a closeout of 20 on-hand quantity. If I wanted more detail on that 20, I'm now just going to click on that closeout, and it's going to pass the information from the summarized report over to the more detailed report. So you can see that 20 on-hand quantity for LED ceiling lights for the item status of closeout. Now, when you do your drill through, you might say, you know, I want some additional information in my report, and I don't want to have to create it. You have the ability to do things on demand. So you can modify things by just clicking on the icon where it says Edit at the top. If I click on Edit now, I'm now going to have the ability to customize things however I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my area in the items area, and I have some additional information. So I'm going to go into supply. And what I want to bring in right now is I want to bring in the minimum order quantity. So I'm going to take the minimum order quantity and bring it right next to on-hand quantity. And I'm going to go ahead into the codes folder, and I'm going to take the item number and put it right next to item description. So now I can see some information, I can bring things in, I can look at things however I want, and I can create summary and drill through detailed reports to be able to have the information that I want at my fingertips. So I'm not limited to what I'm creating. I always have the ability to embellish after the fact, so I can have a starting point from a report perspective, and depending on the granularity of the information that you're bringing in the report, that's going to determine how things aggregate and how things roll up.